guys, Anthony here from Triple X RC Garage. Well, it's like 6 a.m. just in the morning, and the only reason I'm up now is because, well, normally I get up about 5:30, but the reason I'm up and out is I took my daughter to work. But anyway, that's beside the point. So today figured I'd go ahead and throw some content out since it's still kind of cool outside. It's been kind of rough for me to try to get any content or anything because usually as a rule, when it's hot outside, you know, you always have a haven to go to, like an air-conditioned truck or car, in my case truck. My air conditioner broke on my truck and it's been pretty hot. I've used my meter in my truck a couple times and it's been to about 114 degrees, and it's a white truck, so I could imagine it was black. Anyway, I usually bring my cars with me daily, even when I go to work, because sometimes if I find a place or I've got time, I'll go ahead and do some content. And I haven't been doing that this week or the last couple of weeks because, one, I'm trying to get rid of my truck and get another truck, and I mean, it's got a lot of miles on it, and it's just time for another work truck. And so that's kind of where I'm at that point. And so with that, running a little slow on my content. I apologize. I did take a crawler with me one day, and we went and did some crawling, and don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I felt like I was kind of grabbing for content and kind of hokey, and I apologize for that. But we're gonna get better. Just bear with me. You know, definitely want to get these things going. This thing here is been probably one of my better cars. Yeah, so far I've got this one tuned straight. This one I'm still working on getting the tune just right, and this one here is a whole nother ball game because this has got the mid-motor chassis on it, and I've been having, I don't know, it's just got to work on it. That's all it is to it. I mean, it's just anything else. You just got to work on it to make it work. So, excuse me. So anyway, so back with that, I was going to show you something here. So, something I'm working on right now. So, you know how sometimes you can buy an RC and the body's not all that great. It's got some cracks in it and stuff. And I haven't really done much for the cracks on here, but this one was pretty rough. And so what I ended up doing on the body is I ended up using rubber coat texture on it. Now, there's one crack still right there, pretty big. And I'm going to end up fixing that. Should have fixed it before I rubber coated it, to be honest with you. I was just trying to be in a hurry. But I got some cracks, so I got to put some shoe goo, or you can actually use this stuff here. It's pretty much shoe goo. You can see through the tube, it's clear. So this is some pretty cool stuff. It's just like shoe goo. And I'm going to use the thing just to make it reinforced. Got a few things to work on this thing. I got broken front links on here. Got to work on this. It's a truck I bought cheap from somebody, and it had its issues. I mean, it's still all pretty much stock. I mean, the motor, ESC, and all that's still stock in here. Why is this thing leaning weird? Oh, is there a shock broken or something? Or shock stuck? I got a stuck shock. I guess I gotta fix a shock too. So, yeah, this thing's acting, feeling kind of weird for some reason. Like the whole thing is all out of whack or something. Well, anyway, it's called refurbing a truck. Like I said, this is a $300 Red Cat, and the only thing is right now is aftermarket, is the tires and wheels on it, and the links and stuff are kind of crappy, and I just got to fix them. And the bumper's a little beat up, but it's fine. It's a good starter truck, and actually what this truck's going to do is travel down to Georgia to my son's house because he wants an RC to play with, and I figured this would be a great one for him to play with. It's still pretty much stock. I've just got to get a extra battery and a charger for it, and once I get that, I'll be packing it up and sending it to him. Of course, I got to fix this. How you like that? Anyway, so enough of that rambling. So yeah, this is one of my things, and I figured if later on he wants a better body, he can get one. But this is a good starter body, good for crawling and so forth. The reason I use this rubber coat stuff, just to give you a heads up, I did a container, I don't know if I can remember where I put it at. I did a soap dish a long time ago, and I sprayed it to test it. It was an old Target, cheap 59-cent soap dish that you'd put in your travel bag. And because I was trying to make a roof carrier for one of my RCs just to see how that would work, and it didn't really look that great, but I kept it. And it's been bouncing around. It's been in and out of containers, just beat up, thrown around. And I thought for sure I had it right here, but I guess I don't. Anyway, and believe it or not, that rubber stuff never peeled or damaged or anything. And I was like, really? So that's why I went ahead and did the roof on this one here. I did a few other things in the past for some other stuff I did. I can't remember what I did now. Maybe it's the truck I already got rid of or something. But this stuff really works good. So it helped with the roof on this. And like I said, I'm gonna take me some of that stuff there and some of this stuff here and fix the holes on this body and patch them, and then probably give it another coat, which will cover up all that, and it should be good to go. I mean, the body, like I said, it's got some issues. It's got like some cracks and tears I need to fix and scratches, but again, it's a starter body. So that's what I'm going to do. Is this will go to my son. I originally got this truck because I was really sad after I converted my Red Cat into an axe system rig, and because I went ahead and bought the axe body and stuff, since I already had the axe system in it. I had already updated the gears. The only thing I had to do was the housing and the body. That was it. And that was a lot cheaper than me trying to get rid of that truck or purchasing a whole new rig. I picked up this one here for like, I think 125 bucks and some trade stuff, whatever. And so I was gonna put my original body back on this one, so that way I'd have my original and the other one. But just like everything else, you know, you realize you got way too many things and so forth. And so figure what better thing to do is to give it to my son, who hopefully will appreciate it. I mean, he always appreciates everything I've ever given him. So he's an older son too. He's like in his 30s. So, but he wants to get into crawling, and I figure, well, good platform to start with. So anyway, that's that. So other projects we got going on here. Put this over here. Other projects we got going on here is going to be my little guy, my 13-year-old son's drag car. Now, this body, I gave him this body to see if he liked using this body. He does. So we're in a way of getting him a better wheelie bar. There's nothing wrong with his wheelie bar. Actually, it's held up pretty good. It's a 3D printed one, and they're very inexpensive, and it's not bad. But I definitely want to get him a, you know, like a RC Race Innovation type one of those kind. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Undercover RC Drag Wings, the Mafia, is coming out with a wheelie bar. Already has it. I got to check into that. If he does have it, I'm probably going to get him that one. And so this one will be a complete RC Undercover RC drag wing build, because we still got the Nova over there, the clear one that hasn't been painted yet, with the wing and splitter. So that's coming. So that car will be a complete build for that. And so I'm going to talk to him about if he's doing the wheelie bars. If he has, I want to go ahead and get one coming here so we can get that car together. And I'm also working on using my son to help me do the project, since it's his car. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to work together on working on that, getting that car right. And I mean, that's just a Traxxas Millennium system in it. It's not terribly fast, but it works, and it works great and runs straight for the most part. It's funny because when we first set the car up, we had the Traxxas radio in it, and I didn't even think about it, that it had that stupid gyro in it, and I didn't realize it. And I was wondering why it was kicking my butt and going straight every time, and I was like all over the track, and couldn't find out he had a gyro. So we ended up switching out, and now he's got a now he has a Spectrum system in that car. I gave him my DX4C, which is a good starter radio, and of course I upgraded myself. I got the Pro now for these guys, and I also have a radio I was trying. I got it at a good deal. It was an expensive radio, but I'm not sure if it's quite the radio I want it to be for this. I think this is more for another type racing, for those little cars that run in track. And so this Kyosho radio, it's got a touch screen and all that. It's really cool and fancy, but I'm not sure it's the radio for me at this point, because I feel like I'm not getting a quick, and it could be my settings too, but I feel like I'm not getting a quick enough response when I pull the trigger. And with Spectrum, even though it's not a fancy touchscreen one, I'm actually getting pretty decent quick go and so forth. So things I got to work on. As far as the crawlers go, I mean, all my crawlers are in pretty decent shape. I think one of them, I'm trying to remember which one it is. One of them I do have to change my servo, and I got the servo a while back. It's a gray servo. I just haven't did it yet, and I got my Reef 422 for it, and I got this from somebody, I can't remember, and I think the screw was stripped out here. He couldn't get it out, and actually I got it out pretty quick. I couldn't believe it. So that's gonna go in. I'm trying to remember, I think it was, I can't remember if it was my Sport that needed it, or my Blue Comp Rig. I know the Blue Comp Rig servo is acting a little wonky too, so I've got to figure out which one's wrong with that. I definitely know it's not my TRX6. So, well, anyway, we'll get focused back on that soon enough. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Just the sun's killing me, the heat, and of course not having a place to jump in and cool off in your truck between videos and drag races and stuff. It's pretty rough. And I mean, in order for me to go out and set up correctly and actually have some halfway decent air, I have to bring my generator, my 10x10 tent, and a fan. And I probably wouldn't be too bad, but I mean, we're talking over an hour setup. Well, maybe not quite an hour, but still a setup. And of course have that motor running in the background. So what I need to do is I need to have the truck with the generator in it park far away and run an extension cord out. That's what I need to do. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it as far as this one goes. I know it's not. And I also was thinking about trying to do a different type of YouTube channel where, you know, kind of like behind the scenes thing, but I don't want to have two different channels because I'm having hard enough time maintaining the first one. But yeah, the vet bodies are done nice with the splitters. I got them done. I did a series on this one. I did a video on this one, but I didn't do a series, and I want to do another one with the Fox body. But we do have the series coming up with the 69 Nova splitter and rear wing, like I said, for my son, and we're going to redo his car, and then hopefully I'm going to probably getting another splitter and wing for my blue Nova, which I got the body off now. It's just sitting up there. It was originally on this chassis here, but now that I got this thing set up and I like the way it runs, I definitely want to you know, focus on this car here and getting it dialed in correctly, completely incorrectly. Then this one, and then of course this one. I would say 5 pounds, definitely 5 pounds. And so right now, this car sits at 5 pounds without a battery. And, or did I put a battery in it? I can't remember, but maybe with the battery. And the thing is it's a great car, but it's heavy. And I know a lot of guys want to add weight here and here to offset the issues, but the problem is you know, you can make a crawler heavier, which is great because that helps it keep you stuck on the rock when you're climbing, but these you want them to go fast. You don't want overheat, and you don't want, you know, that's one of the reasons why I got this guy, because you don't want to melt and ruin your motors. And this one right now, having the 4.5 turn motor in it, it still takes off, and it's so lightweight at the rear end. And I figured, since I had broke the Chuckworth wheelie bar, I figured, well, let me go ahead and put on my RC and, you know, my RC Racer Innovation one in here to maybe give it a little bit more weight to the back. And you know, I really haven't run it since then either, so I can't say it's helping or not. But anyway, this weekend we're gonna get some. This is just a little before the weekend video for you guys, just to let you know what's going on. And what else can I tell you? Just gotta, you know, work on this, and of course I'm in the process of trying to get another truck, so it's like been pretty hard because dealers like to play games with you. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, have fun with RCs.